Hello, what's up? This is day 16 and today we're going to start building out our complete launch operational system. Now, launches are fun. I enjoy them. They give me an adrenaline rush. We make a lot of sales with them, so they do work, but they also suck out a lot of time, energy, and trust me, they're a big source of stress. So my goal today is to streamline our launch process. So for most part, it can work using AI agents. Now, we are going to leave in the human touch there because I don't think I'm ready to fully eliminate that yet, but I do want to build out a launch process, especially in terms of copy content generation for now, that allows me to essentially automate big parts of what we do. So let's get started. I'm just going to make sure I can have the chat opened up and in case any questions come up. Good. So let's get into it. For starters, we are going to focus on defining what a launch process is. Then we will look at optimizing it step by step. Now, I did actually, as a weekend project, started into that. And let me just see how far I got with it. And I can bring that up and show you what that looks like. So I was trying this out in both Claude and ChatGPT, and I'll just bring this up to you. And you can see basically how we work on it together. So I think this was the product launch execution framework. Oh yeah. So I was basically talking to Claude, trying to figure out what's the best way to do it, right? Do we want to fully automate this using, I don't know, like MCPs or whatever cool kids are doing these days? Or do we want to build a bit of human touch here? So we are going to build human touch because I don't think I'm fully ready to give up the process yet to someone else. I don't want to give it to machine fully. And basically this is what we came up with. So I explained essentially what I do. First, I started this in ChatGPT just to kind of work it out. And then Claude kind of started going into its own direction here, and it started coming up with like different things which I didn't particularly like. So we did try and work through it, but I was explaining like what it is we do. And so Claude was just trying to understand it, and I think we have a good idea of basically what goes on, so at least from the funnel point of view. So that's clear to Claude mostly what we build. But I wanted to take an idea and essentially start fixing everything, right? Start basically working out everything. So Claude Custom Skills came up with 5 agents: phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, phase 5. So positioning agent, launch angles agent, funnel architect, launch copywriter, and then JV assets builder as well. And they all kind of work alongside each other, but mostly in a sequence. So this is what it came up with. And I'm trying to recollect if we do have sort of a centralized file for this. So just give me 1 second and I'll try and check if we have something that we had built for this. But if not, we can kind of start on this already together. So not an issue. Give me just 1 second. I wish someone would make an app that would help me organize my, there are projects and everything within ChatGPT, but I get easily lost in them. So it's a bit of an issue. But just 1 second, let me search for launch. Okay, nothing. Launch planning framework. There you go. So let's check this out. Okay, so there you go. There are basically multiple phases that it's saying, if you want to use Claude for this, that's what you can do. And again, initially, it was thinking more in terms of software idea, but that is something we don't want, right? But this is our master markup file, which does explain kind of what we do, which I think I had pasted here. Let me just see. Yep, this was it. I had pasted here, and then we started working on it together. So let me just go back and look at the chat. Phase 1 is positioning. So, okay, this is how we're going to work out positioning. I think then there was a weird part because it started to look at one particular launch, right? So I think because we were using one particular launch to do this as a strategy, because the idea was that you explain what phase 1 is and it's going to build that out. But then I realized that, hey, Claude and ChatGPT may not actually know what good positioning is. Like they may know what good positioning subjectively is, but in terms of what works for us, they may not. So I had another idea to actually use both ChatGPT and Claude and work out which one's better to figure out what is good and what is not, right? So let them objectively figure out what is good and what is not. And there's one easy way to do it. I'm going to open up JVZoo, which is basically where we hang out. And again, I have my ideas about what positioning is good and what isn't, but I want ChatGPT to basically tell me what is good, what isn't. So let's do this one thing. We're going to go into JVZoo, which is where, again, most of the data sits. I'm going to find products, and I'm going to find products around, say, video. Let's just see what kind of products come up around video here right now. So there's, I want something similar. So UGC Studio is a good one, so we can look at this one. And then I want something which is, again, UGC as well. And I'll compare it to, I think, Super Clips, not Spark Clips. But there was one called Super Clips, which is not quite UGC, but it is video creation. So we're going to compare these two side by side. And we're going to ask ChatGPT to basically, number one, find positioning of both. And then number two, explain which one would sell better to JVZoo audience. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to copy this Super Clips. Let's make a new chat for now. And then I'll put this here. And then I'll copy UGC Studio. Okay. Then, here's what I'm going to do. We do our positioning in our own way. So I have basically my copywriter that creates positioning in this way. So he creates positioning like this, like he comes with multiple angles. Let me find another one. So here we have like multiple angles, which helps to kind of go through and look at, okay, why this works and this doesn't work. So let's go for this one. There's 5 options. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to download this and I'm going to ask ChatGPT to create positioning of these two products exactly in the format that I'm sharing this with them. So that way we can create consistency in how it's going to create an outcome for me eventually. So let's go do this. All right, so I've linked you to 2 sales pages and I've linked you to the PDF. A PDF is how we currently compile positioning for when we are trying to sell a product. I want you to, in a similar way, give me multiple outcomes of positioning for both the products that I've linked to you. And then on top of that, I want you to tell me objectively for JVZoo audience, which sales page do you think would convert better? And does positioning have a role to play there? So I'm just kind of like quizzing ChatGPT at this time, seeing how well it can figure stuff out. So let's do this, and I'm going to take the same thing over to Claude as well. And I'll put the same thing in Claude. Let's take this over there as well. And let's just compare the output. Like I always, when I'm starting a new project, I always want to compare 2 different LLMs together and then see how they work. We can try some others too. Like I think we've had some good results with Kimi and in the past. So I'm going to try Kimi as well. Let's see how well Kimi works. And then I'm going to, whoops, what happened there? Then I'm going to add the file here as well. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay, it's loading. All right, let's ask Kimi as well. And again, the goal is to find the one that works the best. So understood, multiple positioning outcomes for each product. Positioning, part 1 is positioning outcome for product A. Short form video clipping and repurposing tool. I don't think it's that. Did it misread it? Give me 1 second. I don't think it does that. It doesn't create short videos. Where the hell does it say? I mean, if so, like I think the sales page is a bit confusing as well, because that would confuse people. Input, review. So yeah, I think it's kind of missing the point. But let's see what Claude says about product A. Okay, it's still doing its thing. Let's see what Kimi says about product A. Still doing its thing. Core offering, air-powered cinematic video creation from simple ideas, text prompts, speed and quality, pricing model, one-time deal launch to $97 per month subscription. So this is what it says. Honestly, this is more on point. I'm a little bit disappointed with ChatGPT, I won't lie. I don't know if it's being silly or what, but it's completely missed the point of the product. So nope, no go. But let's look at Claude as well. Still going, but I'm just going to go all the way up. Positioning Alliance, the Super Clips, the complete cinematic AI tool that replaces my $5,000 a month editor. Go from super text idea, simple text idea to broadcast ready commercial. with pro voiceovers, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so now it seems to me like ChatGPT's kind of lost the plot, at least with the first one. Let's look at the second one. Positioning outcome for yeah, this is not Super Clips. I have no idea why they think this is Super Clips. UGC Studio, AI generated UGC spokesperson videos. Let's see what Kimmy says. Kimmy says, AI generates authentic UGC style videos without actors or cameras. Okay, tired of struggles, we fixed it. Not explicitly said in snippet, but like a similar likely launch model. Okay, let's see, look at this one. So it's given me multiple options now. And honestly, this is like what I like because it's very, very detailed. This is why I think Claude is hands down best at kind of explaining things. Like this is exactly what I asked for. But again, we'll go back to ChatGPT to see if it's done something similar. Okay, I'll wait for this to load up as well. Positioning outcome, 2 sets. The UGC ad factory, basically create unlimited UGC style ads and increase ad and page conversions. UGC agency in a box. Core outcome, eliminate creators entirely. UGC Studio. Okay, summary, UGC Studio performs best when framed as this, blah, blah, blah. Part 2, objective JVZoo conversion analysis. Which page would convert better? UGC Studio AI would convert better than Super Clips AI. Here's why, blah, blah. Why UGC Studio converts better on JVZoo. So it says UGC Studio wins. We'll see who actually won. Does positioning play a role? Yes, but not in the way most people think. Positioning is not about sounding better. It's about reducing cognitive friction at purchase time. I think because it just misunderstood Super Clips, I don't know if it'll get it. But okay, positioning options. Super Clips AI is AI cinematic speed breakthrough. The instant production studio. I like these. The viral video engine, which is okay too. The zero production content system, yeah, it's on point. The UGC Studio AI is authentic UGC story. Okay, whereas R2? R2 is way better. I don't have R2 here. Is it in a paid plan, Kristen? Could be paid plan. Let me just zoom in a little bit. Okay, the trusted scale system. So I mean, this is pretty good. Objective JVZoo, what it's saying is Super Clips will win on JVZoo, basically, and it's explaining why. And it's giving us reasons why JVZoo would win, why Super Clips would win. Again, ChatGPT just got it wrong. I'm going to give it another chance. I'm going to let it kind of go through Super Clips one more time, but honestly, this does not fill me with confidence at all. Review this again and tell me if you are sure that you understand what the product does, because it does not create short clips. So have a look at the product again and get back to me. Okay, yeah, we're using K2. We're using K2, Kristen. Okay, key insights. Okay, here we go, finally. It's here. So what it's saying now, it's given a pretty good list. JVZoo conversion analysis, Super AI clips, strengths and weaknesses, and likely strengths and weaknesses. And again, it says unable to access sales page, which is weird, but okay. Objective conversion, it's saying Super Clips AI will win. It says it will win, but again, it's saying it couldn't access the sales page. So let me see what's up. Let's just try this one. I'm going to try without the affiliate ID, see if that works any better. I don't know why this doesn't work. Try this or see attached, then update if needed. So I'm going to give it like full sales page so that it's able to not say I can't read the page. They have non-thinking as default since they use less resources for them. Okay, got it. Offer, basically ask for thinking. So is it like, I think when I was starting it, then I had to maybe ask for thinking. Maybe it was that. I'll check again K2. But honestly, again, like K2 and Claude are both on point at the moment. Although I would say Claude's analysis is a little bit deeper. And it's a bit better, again, because it writes essays and sometimes essays are good. 1 second. I'm going to just give this one more time and see if it's able to fix its mistake. Okay, now I have the UGC Studio AI sales page. Let me update my analysis with real data. And I think Kimmy was able to access it as well. So for now, both Kimmy and Well, Kimi and Claude say that UGC Studio will win. Let's check it out. So this is UGC Studio. I'm going to open up the sales funnel and we can look at the stats. And this is Superclips. And I'm going to open up this sales funnel as well. You can see the stats. Now, we were comparing commercial version and prices are different, I know. But the thing I'm interested in is EPCs. Whichever one has higher EPCs basically wins. And you can look at conversions too. So 3.82 and 1.31. UGC Studio has 3.68 and 1.32. They're quite the same. Now, I didn't know this before I started this test, but they are quite the same. Let's see if there's any other product that we can test for right now. But I mean, so far, I think Kimi and Claude have it right. So let's look at this and see if there's any other UGC products. We'll see if there's anything better than UGC Studio. Oh, so real. This one is much better, as you can see, but is it an upgrade? Let me just see. Commercial. Oh, commercial hair conversions are much, much lower. So let me just see this one. So there's either commercial or bundle. So yeah, that happens often. But let me just see if there's another one. Inkflow 120. I'm trying to find a better conversion rate for the front end product. There isn't really one. So let's just compare bundle. So bundle here was 641. Well, let me go back to Superclips. Because at the end of the day, those are the numbers that we're looking at when we're trying to see what works, what doesn't work. Superclips, let's say bundle, okay, it was right there. $8.99 and UGC Studio basically $6.41. So yeah, I mean, we can again argue both. I haven't fed the bundle pages in, but to me, Superclips, in hindsight, was slightly better product. I think it was that they had good hype around it and they had done really well. And that kind of proves Kimi's and Claude's hypothesis that Superclips is going to sell better than UGC Studio. And it's important that we understand this, because if we don't, we're going to make the same mistakes we've always made, which is like we won't be able to position it right? We wouldn't be able to figure out exactly what works. So now we know what wins. We can even build sort of a pre-checklist, like, is this product actually any good? Like, if you give you an idea, could you tell me if it's a good idea or not? Or what could we do better to kind of make it work? So here's what we'll do next. It's still updating itself. Here's what we'll do next. While it loads up, I'm going to go to JVZoo and I'm going to find in the recent past, let's say all the products that have crossed a certain threshold of, I think, about $1.31 on the front end. And I'm going to get all those sales pages. I'm going to feed all those into Claude. And I'm going to say, I want you to learn from them. And I want you to analyze why you think they're sold well, right? Because if Claude can tell us that, if Kimi can tell us that, I don't know if Kimi can, but we'll work it out, then we can kind of build a strategy about whether or not an idea is good, right? So if I go next to Claude, even like before we start creating a positioning, like, hey, Claude, I have this idea, should I build it? Claude will say, no, don't do it because of this. So that's useful to know. So let's see, I'm going to just look, I'm going to scroll down and I'll find anything with sort of, usually it's like front end is elite or commercial, but anything with a high enough EPC. So let's see. 123 is kind of okay, almost at the border. We're aiming at $1.30 plus. So these are like usually bundles. So they don't really count because they didn't, I mean, if you're looking at bundle, you know, this launch hasn't ended, for example, Rank Bamboo, and this is kind of in the middle of it. So the stats are not there yet. And I'd say even for Cohortia, the stats are not there yet, but even then it's not converting as well. So Rank Bamboo is converting a bit better actually. So we can say, okay, let's agree on this. Anything above $10 on the bundle or $1.30 on the front end is good, EPCs. Benchmark, right? Debatable, but I think I'll just go for front end for now, because if we start combining front end and bundle together, it gets a bit messy. So let's just go with this for now. And I'm looking for very specific numbers. This is 147, not enough traffic, so I'm going to ignore that one. And actually, why am I doing it like this? Why am I even doing it like this? If I have to manually review all this stuff, it just takes too long. So let me just do this. Going to copy all this and maybe put that into Google Sheets. See if that works. Okay, there you go. EPC. Okay, let's download this as a Excel file. Okay, let's use ChatGPT for some automation. I mean, it can do some stuff really well. I wanted to review this sheet and give me names of all the products that have EPCs of higher than $1.30 and that have sold more than 100 copies with conversion rates higher than 3%. And the numbers may seem confusing, but try and make sense out of it. If you have any questions, you can ask. I can see, by the way, the numbers are a bit like off. Like if you see that, it's a bit confusing what all this means because there's 781. Let's see if it's able to decipher this sheet. Yeah, it might provide bundles mostly. Let's see what it does. And again, I'm just trying to for now, like make my life easier if it's able to do that. If not, then we'll just do this manually. But again, before you even, like, we have to now train this on exactly what works. Yeah, again, like Cohortia Sellers Pack, again, this, okay, it kind of works because now I can simply pick the products that it's pointing out to me are good, but again, some of them might not be. Like for some reason, I think it's Mist Only sites, which did sell really well. I don't know, did I give it wrong? $1.30? Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. I do not think that's gonna work. Again, I kind of blame how we are putting data in there. Let's see if this one works. If it's able to read this any better. Can you try again with this sheet, please? Yeah, this sheet is a bit different looking. So let's go back to this. Hopefully now Claude has finished. UGC Studio is much stronger than typical category tools. However, Superclip still wins conversions because of this, which I think is just like pretty much right, in my opinion. But this is a very, very detailed document now. So what I ideally want is to produce a document like this for my idea. Okay, I wanted to produce a document like this for my idea. And again, a good one. Like just take the best winning angles from everything that you can gather and then like create a product positioning for me. That could work. So it gives me a few options and I figure out what works. So qualified products. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is not gonna work, unfortunately. So we go back to our, and their filter sucks. Their filter sucks. It's terrible. I've tried it before, but it's just horrible. Okay, let me think. What can we do? What can we do? Can I explain that first conversion rate is offer conversion in seconds? Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. Let's try again. Let's try what Christian's suggesting. Now my chat is MIA. Okay, there we go. Okay, try the sheet again, but here's what you need to know, that within this sheet, essentially, the EPC and the conversion fields have double entries, and in those double entries, I want you to only take the first entry, as that is the product conversion. The second entry is the funnel conversion, which is irrelevant to our calculation. Let's see if this works. Again, I'm not holding much hopes, but my goal today is if we can figure out like a good strategy for what's a winner, then I think we've done phase one pretty much. Because again, you can see how well it's producing an output. So that's good. Okay, while it's doing its thing, I'm just going to go ahead and I will load up products that I know have sold well. So 1 second. Okay. And again, this is something I can train this on all the time. I can just show it like what's working, and it's going to continue to add more things to it as well. Now I'm literally just looking at this list over here. There you go. This is one. OmniSites. Is OmniMint ours? Nope, it's not good enough. Like it should be, but it's not good enough. And that's okay. Like this is what we need to understand. We need to be able to figure out these differences. Zinzo AI commercial. Yeah, it looks like this is good, surprisingly, but this is good. Let's look at some more. I have a webinar agent. Surprisingly, this is good too. Again, I thought that kind of didn't do very well, but it's saying it's good conversion wise. Let me just check. This is 57, this is 37. I think this is low price point, so it is not good. It is actually not good because I think, let me just see as well, because it looks like they have 2 price points on the sales page. Let's check that too. Which is if it's the case, it's fine. Yeah, they do have 2. Yeah, they do have 2. I'll take that then. I think this is okay. Let's find some more. I remember Micro Reach Mastery was not very good on the front end, so no go. Bundles. Street Speak was good. Let's go for that as well. Content Reel was good. Premium, there you go. That's a good one as well. Super Clips, I think Super Clips, as soon as we come across commercial, I'll take that. Appointments kicks out. No, not enough sales for it to be worth it. Jamie Lewis membership. I don't know this guy, but we'll check it out. And high refunds. Let me just check. Okay, well, we'll try it because it does have good conversions, even if it's not typically the kind of product I would launch, but it's good to have that in the box. UGC Studio, sorry. That's good as well. We'll take a couple more and then we'll move on from there. Or we'll take all the ones on this page, because honestly, this goes back to like middle of last year so far already. VSL Studio. I think VSL Studio front end commercial was not good conversions as well. Like you think it was, but then I think they just had enough traffic, so it made up for everything. Nano AI Unlimited. This is unlimited. Yeah, it is hard to find products with good conversions these days. It is. Sintra AI. Okay, so just under 130, but I will take it because honestly, now this guy has 2 products we've seen that have done well recently in the last 6 months. So maybe there's some secret sauce to it that we need to know. Stronger AI commercial did well. Viral Genius did well. 141. I mean, refunds are high, but that's a separate issue. Shop Real AI Premium, Abhi's products. Again, Abhi's products always tend to do well, so that's high up on the list. AI Review Shorts Premium. That 161 is really good. Okay, so then this is an upsell, so that doesn't count. I think we're almost at the end. With Empire AI Extreme 1.28, I'll take it because it's just on the cusp. 159 Pod Gorilla, that is ours actually, so we'll take it. This was in November last year. Some of these dates are a little bit off, but that's okay. I mean, I think that should be enough. This is like 50 sales, so I'm gonna ignore that. This is enough sales page. I think we have 10 sales, doesn't really count. Okay, this is enough. We're gonna run with this, and essentially now I'm gonna just feed in like all the sales pages and say learn, go learn, right? But let's see. There may be other factors. The sales page is old. It has returning customers that want to access the product, and they count as new traffic. Yeah, of course. Like, I mean, I would say Christian's right that basically, you know, if the product is old and people come back to it, even though they bought it months ago, and they want to buy it again, or they want to check it out again, and the conversion goes low. Yeah. So I'm going to assume over time, like it happens to all the products. That's my assumption. I do agree in launch time, these products might be doing a little bit better than they're doing now. So this is it. I'm going to open up Claude now and say, okay, so I'm going to feed in a lot of sales pages to you. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to reverse engineer why do you think these products sold as well as they do. I want you to use that to build an SOP, or actually let's build a skills file that we can use to test out any idea and see whether or not it will work well. I had some trouble with my voice to text tool yesterday. I think there was some Python issue that came up with my computer, and I basically worked 2-3 hours yesterday to just try and fix it. It's done now, but it was just an annoying part of doing that. I had to go back a few versions, and now it's a bit slow. Like, as you can see, it hasn't quite populated the content still, and I may have to, oh, there you go, it is there. Okay, so let's do this. And now we're gonna give it a ton of sales pages and see if that works. Web research, yeah. I'll say, if you cannot find a sales page, pause and ask me, and I will give you a copy of it. Okay, so hopefully long term we can like train it as well. So let's close this. I'm gonna open up all the sales pages one by one. And again, one day we can probably get machines to do this work, but it's okay for now. I will do this. And this very well might be a thing where it goes back and says, hey, I need like a lot of time to do this, which is fine. We'll let it kind of figure it out. I think this one we are done, Jamie. Yep. And Ava was here. Okay, so let's start. I'm gonna just take the Claude window out. It's gonna be easier for me to paste it. Actually, I don't need to close it yet. I mean, these sales pages, and I'm gonna save this list in a text document for later as well. They will end up becoming sort of our benchmark for what works and what doesn't work at the moment. And again, remember, this is something we have to keep on updating because, you know, market changes, it evolves. So every few months, we'll have to go back and kind of update this process, and eventually we will automate this as well. Again, there's no point automating things that we don't do manually first, but that will help. And again, I fully understand that there's a ton of things at play here besides what the product is, but we can only try and take a best guess most of the time. So 1 second, almost there. I'm gonna remove this as well because I think this might be tripping Claude sometime. And I'm gonna try and give the same thing to Kimi, see what it does. But obviously Kimi is not gonna make like a skills file. So let's try. I'm gonna save these lists somewhere else as well so we have it for the future. Give me 1 second. Okay, then I'll go back to, so now you can see Claude is running its thing, and I'm going to do this instead of no, SOP file. All right, let's see. Oh, wait, sorry. It doesn't show here thinking. Okay, to thinking. Okay. I see it. All right. It's doing that now, and Claude is running his thing as well. Failed to fetch this one. Let me continue tendering the others while we prepare these copies. So I cannot access these ones, so let me just get these ones manually. Then get song. Where is the song one? These annoying pop-ups. So song and then Viral Genius. There you go. Then let's see if Kimi is able to get everything. It hasn't saying anything yet. Interesting. I will look into that, Kristen. I will look into that. I mean, OpenAI Whisper, there's a local library as well that I use. I mean, that doesn't cost anything, but it's a little bit slow to run. So you can download a local library. It's quite big, like almost a couple of gigs, and you can use that for voice to text as well. But it just doesn't run as quickly. That's the only caveat. Claude Scrape API I use more for Scrape because they have more customers and their IPs are backlisted. They can't ship. Okay. Jesus. Kimi cannot access anything almost. Well, that negates it for now, but let's see. I'm running low on token budget. Given the remaining pages to fetch and complexity of creating a comprehensive skills file, I should proceed differently. Let me create the skills file now based on substantial data I've already collected from these. Okay, why is it low on token budgets? Let's see. So I'm not going to go back to Kimi for now because I don't want to... Oh, no. Stay put. I think I accidentally stopped it when I moved away from it. Okay. Yeah, it's not that heavily consumed yet. Kimi is paused. I'm going to skip Kimi for now. Just because. Okay, also then I don't need all these pages right now, so I'm going to get rid of them. I do have them saved somewhere, so that's fine. So yeah, why is ChatGPT making these mistakes? Why does it keep stopping? This was happening yesterday as well with Claude. Like anything I do in there, it just stops the whole damn thing. So that means I have to like start again. I don't know. Okay, So again, remember, I'm going to draw some stuff for my clarity as well, which is going to help me. And it's going to be useful. So this is like the 5 frameworks. Let's see, it's going still. Yeah, it's going. So 5 frameworks are like this. So 1 second, let's get rid of everything. Okay, 5 frameworks look like this. There is positioning, followed by angles and hooks, followed by funnel architecture, followed by sales copies, front end, and then upsells plus VSL. And the front end is the main one, so that needs to be sort of like confirmed early on. Then JV assets, pre-launch webinar. So it'll even like end up generating a full script and email systems basically, yeah. And email systems. So it's gonna essentially produce all of these things for me step by step. So again, you know, we want to nail down first, then we can do the next, and then we can do the next. And it's going to do them in interview style, right? So it's not going to be like, I'm just going to do everything for you. It's going to interview me or my copywriter. So it's going to ask questions like, hey, what do you think this is? And what do you think that is? And we're going to answer that. And it's going to build out the positioning. It's going to build out the copy and all those things. There you go. So this is the skills file, core conversion principles, the opening hook formula. Now I need to figure out how to use these skills file because I haven't actually done it yet. Sales page framework. Okay, but this is the sales page framework. Not quite what I wanted. Not quite what I wanted because I wanted something that is going to help me. I think I'm doing it wrong, but I'll figure this out later. For tasks with a lot of data of Google Model Rocks, they have 1 million token context window. Okay. But I think I wanted it to still work on the positioning, and it's going to go on 1 step further. That was not the idea, so let's try again. Okay, I want you to actually use all the sales pages that I've given to you to figure out different positionings so that we can create like a massive catalog to either reuse some of them or actually build on top of them. So what I don't want is in the future to come up with a product idea and having to create a brand new positioning which would just completely be shot down. So because we have winning positionings here, let's figure out a positioning framework that we can always utilize to create unique positioning for our own products. I know I made some mistake here while I'm doing it, I'm sure of it. But as long as then I can feed in my product idea to it and it's going to kind of, you know, help position that right, I know we've done it right. Okay, let's see. Let's see what it says. So again, going back is like, due to token limitations, exactly what Christian was saying, I should now create the skills file from the 8 pages so it couldn't access these ones. I'll try and like still train it if it feels incomplete. So you can see these are the main ones, right? So we're going to download this and then we're going to take it against the product idea and say, okay, give it to me. So let's go to micro content agency that we're coming up with soon. And I think, let me just see. I want to find like the very first document that we have for it, because I want to see if it's able to utilize that to basically build out a positioning document for us. Because this is like one of the first documents, but not the first one. So give me 1 second. I'm going to have to bring you away from this for a second because I have to now look into some private conversations with someone else. And I obviously cannot show you that. Okay, got it, found it. It's on my computer actually. Okay. Let's go back in here. So now it's still running its thing. And that's fine. And again, we want to like stress test it. So we're going to do that now. So again, this is for the sales page. This is a sales page skill file. This is not a positioning skills file. I wanted a positioning one for now. Skills are like reusable agents and prompts. Got it. So you just would copy and paste it into Claude? Is that what you do? Or do you have to like build them in a project or something? Because I see like these things here, right? So skills just like, do you just put them in a project and then you utilize them? How do you do that, Kristen? Okay, we're kind of out of time, but I want to see this through. At least the positioning part. Now I will say I think it's going a bit past the like our data, it seems, but I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's going a bit wider. Like it's taking its own thing about positioning. But that's okay. It's already compacting conversation. Okay, I think it's kind of done it. So I'm going to, can I copy this? Not yet. I'm going to just copy this because I'm a bit, I should not do those things. Anytime I tab away, it like stops. At least I copied it. Okay, let's try this. So I'm coming up with a new product called Micro Content Agency. I want you to compare that to our current positioning framework. And then I want you to do two things. Ask me questions if you feel something is unclear so I can explain that further. Then once it is done, I want you to give me at least 5 positioning ideas, and then also tell me compared to the product, like how successful do you think this could be on JVZoo? Just see. Yeah, I might have to do that. Yeah, exactly. So Christian says if I'm basically reviewing 8 or 15 sales pages, I may have to go page by page and kind of gradually build this out. Again, ideally something that should be done with an agent so it does it automatically rather than me doing it, but I agree. I think it's something I may have to do. So let's see what it says, if it's able to give any kind of insights into how this would work at the moment. Okay, is it not rebuilding this? Shit. It is rebuilding it. Let me just make a copy of it. Yeah. Okay. So it's asked me clarifying questions, but then it's already giving framework. So Formula 3 is multi-client infrastructure. Formula 8 is complete system. Formula 2 is speed transformation. Potential gaps to address missing concrete time cost comparison, need specific replacement positioning. Proof anchors needed. But it's saying the agency infrastructure play is basically multi-client infrastructure and complete system. And then, so the only AI video agency platform to handle 20 plus clients without breaking from 0 to fully branded content calendar in the 10 minutes. Then it's saying success with 4 out of 5. The cost replacement play is replacement number one plus results with requirements. Replace your 300 500 a month video team with AI that creates 30 branded short form videos per client. 5 out of 5. The value domination play. Create 90 days of client ready short form videos in one afternoon. Flood social media while competitors struggle to post 3 times a week. Now, just so you know, if you're wondering, Neil, what did you feed into it? Let me show you what I fed into it. I fed into it, oh, you can't see it. 1 second. 1 second. There you go. I fed into it basically this tool, kind of what it does. Like I walked it through, written representation of the tool, essentially what it does. This was a PDF. Okay, including some screenshots. I don't know if it read all the screenshots, but this was it. So let's see. It gave me these positioning 3, 4 out of 5, which is create 90 days of client-ready short-form videos in one afternoon. Positioning 4, 3 out of 5. Stop juggling 7 different tools to create client videos. Positioning 5, authority as a service player. Turn local business into social media authorities. AI-generated videos, 4 out of 5. Overall, JVZoo assessments, strong potential. Potential challenges, crowded category, lots of AI video tools. Quality skepticism, buyer burn by low quality AI video tools. Complexity, multi-step workflow might seem overwhelming. Proof required, proof basically missing. But primary, it's saying cost replacement is the best one. Then agency infrastructure and positioning 3. Now, what did we go with? Should we find what we actually settled on? Okay. Go from website URL to 90 days, which we kind of shrunk to this one, like 30 days. So this one was the one. Go from website URL to 90 days of scheduled video content in under 10 minutes. The AI that builds client profiles, plans content, creates videos and publishes everything. So that's what we settled on. But what it is saying is that basically what you settled on is sort of second best, which is this one. Agency play. Like essentially 20 clients without breaking in 10 minutes, speed and agency play. So that's adding like complete system and multi-client infrastructure. But it's saying this would be better. Replace your 300 500 a month video team or AI video tools with this AI tool that creates 30 branded short form videos per client. No filming, no editors, no 3K a month retainers. I think that actually means like you do need retainers. So this is good. I mean, honestly, if they presented me this, if my team presented me this positioning framework, I would take it. Let's do another one, shall we? Let's do another one. Because again, I think this worked extremely well. So we'll try another one right now. So we launched a program recently, a while ago, called Virtual Commissions, and we're going to launch it again soon. So let me just find it. And what I'll do is I'm going to ask it to redo essentially the sales page for me. No, not sales page, sorry, the positioning for me. 1 second. So this time I'm going to copy it, not ask it to read it. Oops, this doesn't work. Oh yeah, because I think how do I see it? Because we canceled the domain, so 1 second. There you go. That's the front end copy. White label arbitrage system. So I'm going to feed this back into a new chat in Claude, and I'm going to also give it the framework. Let me download this. Okay. Okay, so we're planning to launch a product, relaunch a product. Last year, we launched a product called Virtual Commissions. It's going to relaunch again with a new name, but the same delivery, except it's a short, condensed 3-day delivery. I want you to review this and tell me what the positioning was last year and how we should change it this year and why, based on the positioning framework I'm sharing with you. But honestly, with this now, my team can just run it without me, right? My team can now create positioning like this. I'm just going to give this positioning framework to them. And again, I could improve it, which I'm going to go back and improve it like Kristen suggested, one by one with more stuff. And then it's going to kind of do it better. So there you go. It's saying that I can't access those, but if you want, you can give those to me and I'll do them for you. So 1 second, Claude. Oh yeah, when I shift away, of course, I lose the transcription. 1 second. Nope. No, that was not it. I think I actually lost. Oh no, I got it. Yeah, there we go. So let's see what it does now. Last year's positioning analysis was Formula 3 multi-client infrastructure and Formula 8 complete system. So ultimate middleman model, connecting clients with services providers while keeping the margin. Transformation promise was this. Speed claim, 5 days to learn, 20-30 minutes daily to run. Removal barriers, proof anchors for your appeal. Positioning problems, do generic, weak differentiation, no format innovation. Buried mechanism, service business stigma, missing AI angle, and vague niche. Okay, recommended repositioning this year, shift from Formula 8 to Formula 1, which is replacement plus Formula 4 first mover. So the AI service arbitrage system, or the invisible agency method. Kind of like it. Ways this positioning works better, taps into AI trend. Every successful JVZoo product right now leads with AI. Positions this as a modern cutting edge, whereas this traditional agency work. The team can do it, but the boss will always have to do a better job since he cares more. He does. Again, this is why I'm using AI, so they can just bring me the outputs and I can work with them on that. So recommended new positioning statement version 1. AI first position, the AI service arbitrage system that replaces agency overhead with automated profit margins without clients, teams, or delivery services. The underground service brokerage method generating 3 to 15K a month before the market gets saturated. That's the second one. Version 3, anti-agency position. The anti-agency income model, all the profit, none of the problems. Ooh, I like this one. I like this one a lot, actually. I think last time it rated them, this time it didn't. Okay, it's saying rename it to include AI. So like the invisible agency method or the AI service arbitrage or smart broker system. Leave the replacement formula. Sharpen the 3 delivery angle. Add specific service niches. Strengthen peer appeals. Better proof architecture, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it's also giving like headline ideas and whatnot, which is good. Can you actually rate the positionings and tell me which one do you think would work best for us on JVZoo? Just because I like numbers and it's, more convincing. JVZoo. I should check what it writes. JVZoo effectiveness. Yeah. 39 out of 60 for version 1. I did like previous comparison, but again, I'm still going to improve this positioning thing by pasting in the additional sales pages, and I'll say like update it now. Version 2, which I did like, was 47 out of 60. Version 3 I liked a lot actually because it was like anti-something, and I think this is pretty cool because, hey, it's like forget about what everyone else is saying. Version 3 plus version 2 elements. So AI broker method. The AI broker method lets you pocket 700 to 2,000 per deal without clients, delivery, or agency drama while the window is still wide open. I actually like this. This is very, very money-making driven. But I'm going to pass it to my copywriter, see what he thinks. I trust his judgment as well. But here you go. We have done sort of the first part of this, which is positioning. And I will say, like, I think now it'll start to get much easier as we go along. So we'll do angles and hooks as well, which is just a derivative of positioning. Then we'll get into funnel architecture, front-end sales copies. And again, every time we'll have to train the system, right? Every time we'll have to say, look, this is what people are doing right now, or what are your recommendations? And it will tell us. So that's it, folks. Really, really good work today. We'll continue on this tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Bye.